Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GamesQuestions, and of course, happy 1st of December. We have a lot of questions to get through this week, which is great to see. So, thank you in advance to everyone who has submitted a question. So, on that front, let's go. I'm going to start off with the UK blog today, and the first question is from Mark, who said, "Hi, is there any Christmas present you would like as a bribe to get Euphoria out before Christmas? Sorry, I mean as a gift." Thank you for the question. It's partly been delivered and we're waiting for further stock to arrive. So unfortunately the freight coordinator is out of office today, so I'm unable to give you the most accurate update that we have. If there's further news to add by Monday, I will include additional information on the blog just to get that update to you. But yeah, thank you for the question. And next one is from Tobias, who said, "Could you share where we are with 11 Portal Games claimed it was in admin check stage last week, but now said there's an issue with duty and it might be 2 weeks before shipping." So we've received the backer data now from the publisher, and it's currently under data validation, and we're expecting that to be completed and for fulfillment to be underway within the next few weeks. We can't currently provide an ETA, and this one isn't included on the blog, so we would recommend keeping an eye on the GameFound page for updates. However, also feel free to reach out to us at any point, and we can give you an answer on where we are with that. So yeah, thank you for the question. Next one is from Ben S, who said, "What is the status for Legendary Metal Coin 6? You list it as in check still in the blog above. They claim that on the Kickstarter that you've been shipping since the end of last week." Yes, Legendary Metal Coins. So we're currently trying to figure out the best way to put this on the blog due to the complexity of the project. The team are using a different process to what we usually follow, so they are currently being processed and sorted to be dispatched. However, we are expecting this to be a slow process overall, just a heads up, which is why we're not too sure how we're going to post it on the blog yet. As soon as we've clarified what we think will be the best way to communicate with our backers, we'll update the blog to reflect that. But yeah, thank you for the question, Ben. And we have Martin, who has asked, "I don't see any mention of Skyrim while it was supposed to be delivered this week. Are there any issues with it?" Hi Martin, I believe you're meant to be looking at the EU blog, as we're only doing EU orders for Skyrim. If it isn't for an EU order, if you can, I would recommend reaching out to the GameFound page to find out who is fulfilling UK orders, and then you can reach out to that fulfillment centre to find out more information. And the final question on the UK blog is from Bex, who said, "Hi there, Pops and Bijou advertised that Cultivate game would be back in stock on November the 18th. Do we have an update on this at all, as no one were able to find it?" Hi Bex, thank you for the question. We've actually had a lot of people reaching out for Cultivate, and we were estimated to have it back in stock on November the 18th, as Pops and Bijou did advise. However, due to the current climate of the freight industry, we're currently experiencing delays of receiving products from port. However, once it has arrived and is back in stock, we're going to put an update across our social media pages to let everyone know that it is in stock, and also we'll put a newsletter out just to make sure everyone knows as well. If you want to sign up to our newsletter, you can find it on our website, so just head over there if you're interested. But yeah, we're expecting it back in stock soon, however, it's currently delayed. I'm going to head over to the EU blog, and there is a lot of questions for Skyrim. Once again, thank you to everyone who has submitted a ticket, and that includes Karen, Fox, Piotr, and Happy Hippo. We have a few more comments from Skyrim as well, including Linus, who said, "As a statement regarding fulfillment for Skyrim would start within the next few days or next week was retracted from last week's video update. Is there a new estimate? It would be appreciated if this was communicated somewhere at the time of editing the video." Okay, so yeah, there was no new estimate provided in last week's video. This was due to previously stating 2 weeks before that it was expected to start the week following. Just to clarify, when we did give out that information, that was the schedule. You know, we don't usually provide estimated start dates, for the reasoning being issues can pop up at any time. In this case, there was a few data issues and packaging to sort out. So yeah, we don't usually provide that, so we do apologise for any confusion caused. However, the latest update for Skyrim that I have been informed about is that it is expected to start shipping out of our EU hub from Monday. The next question is from Lawrence, who said, instead of constant false updates, communicate better inside and outside your company, and rather than going next week, I think you should just give us the truth rather than lies, because it aggravates your position. Now no one will believe you. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, say shame on you. We created the blogs to communicate with backers and give as much information out as we can, on top of the blog and the fulfillment updates that we do throughout the week with the latest fulfillment news. We created GamesQuestions to cater to the community who had questions to ask and get that information out there even further. So apologies that on this instance we have caused confusion. That was never our intention, and all I can say is when we did say next week, that was generally the schedule for that week. And we don't usually give out ETAs. The GamesQuestions in itself is, we're still working out the best wording to use to communicate with backers and give you the latest update. So it's still a learning process for us as well. So moving forward, we will try to, rather than saying next week, we will try to word it better to avoid this problem again in the future. But thank you for the question, Lawrence. The next question is from Guido, who has said, what is the average time in final admin checks for a game? 3 weeks seems like a long time for final checks. Is there a delay because some backers paid their shipping too late, causing a hold up in the admin and release of the game? It does tend to vary from project to project, to be honest, and because of them factors which affect it, it's kind of hard to give a average time. We've had games arrive before which have arrived, the date has been absolutely fine, it's gone through, it's just been like it's just sailed through, it's been out the door in the same week. And we've had other projects which have run into issues at each stage, which requires going back to the publisher, on some occasions getting completely new data, which slows up the process. So it's really hard to answer like an average time as it is, but we understand it must be frustrating when a project is held up in one spot for a long time. Hopefully that helped. I feel like I waffled a little bit there. Sorry, but yeah. To summarise, giving average time is quite difficult, and any different strings can affect it at any point. So thank you for the question. And the next question is from Trying to Be Patient, who has said, at this point I honestly feel bad for the woman running GamesQuestions having to answer the same questions every week. I'd say I'm happy to be here and answer everyone's questions. I hope it's useful, and unfortunately I can't always give backers all the information they want, but I'm happy to be here and provide what I can. It's fine. It would be nice to have some concrete info regarding Skyrim. Sure, I would have loved to have it back in August, but given the way the last 6 weeks have gone, what else could we honestly expect? Thank you for the question. Just trying to be patient. Obviously we understand there's been a bit of frustration on this one, latest update is, as I've said previously, I repeat myself, sorry, is starting on Monday. Okay, and Bram has left a question saying, hi, what exactly are final checks for Skyrim? Is that something the publisher should do, or is it something that GamesQuest should do? Just curious about the process. I didn't expect there to be much paperwork involved. Thanks for the weekly updates. Brian, so thank you for the question. I'm going to leave a link below which will give you all the information about our headers and what they mean. So hope you find that information helpful. And the last question on the EU blog this week is from Kate, who said, hi, can you please tell us what exactly is the problem with Skyrim administration checks and why it takes so long to resolve? Also, thank you for posting the weekly updates. Kate, thank you for popping by. We do appreciate everyone who has left comments on the blog, so thank you for leaving one this week. So as previously stated, there was a few issues with data that popped up and which were resolved, and it's pretty much just been waiting for packaging to be prepared and the pick and pack station. For the packaging, they were looking at different options, and then so we kind of put different options together and say there's this example, this example, this example, and then it just needs to be confirmed by the publisher which one they want to send out to backers. So that's all been confirmed now. However, it is moving now, and just to mention again, apologies for repeating myself, we are expecting Fulfilment start Monday. That is the latest update. So yeah, thank you everyone on the blog who has left questions, and I hope that helps clarify. And as usual, blogs out on Tuesday. Get your questions by Thursday, and we'll be back then. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the week. Bye.